But the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, King. And he finds McDonald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They run with Edwards. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's go.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Check 26, check 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
We own them. Come. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the eye.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bring it.
King From the gun, he'll throw. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
He's coming. We got double up. Hurry.
On third down, it's Hill. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. My 18 gator. Pick it up, He's checking. Crash. No.
First down, and it's Hill again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Flare. 36. Switch.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Here we go. Set. Hey, come on. Three butt. Say. Switch.
Now here's Hill. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Patrick Owasor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Interception, baby. All day. All day.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Connor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the Steelers on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, King. And he'll find Washington, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Looking to throw. King. And that's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. King now to throw on 3rd down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. To throw is King. Throwing on 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Slam, slam, slam.
Check.
They run it again with Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Jackson, flush to his right. He finds his man Johnson. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is Edwards. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. 22, Jack Bama. 22, Jack Bama. Jack.
Again, it's Edwards. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Edwards. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. King. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do.